Okay. All right, let's just dive in for this one. Yeah. See what happens. I was kind of messing with the settings a little bit there to make sure everything was kind of right, but you know what? Let's just go. Best, you got to just run, Learn to run before you can walk, or learn to walk before you can run. However that phrase goes. Let's just dive into it, right? All right. Hey everybody, how we all doing today? How is everybody doing today? I'm doing fantastic. Fantabulous. Cool. A stream today. Yes. Stream today. Good. Hold on. I have to do a few things here to make this work, though, because I kind of just... All right, hold on. Does that work? That doesn't work. Hold on. Let me move that over here. And let me move... Man, we're not even doing the starting soon screen. We're just diving right in. There we go. How's Duchess? You made me sad. Jacket, shit, right. I didn't even see. Okay, see, here we go. We're already starting with the lag. That's why I was messing with the settings. So today, we actually have a very special, we have a very special point to this stream, actually. This stream has a purpose that other streams do not have, because I usually just get on here to just, talk about whatever. We still will be doing that. We're still going to be doing that. But this stream is more of a test to figure out how to minimize this lag as much as possible, because I want to stream more in the future, and we're already lagging. See, this is the problem. So we got to get to the bottom of it this time, all right? We got to figure out what's going on here. So this is going to be, I think, a shaky stream, but I think we can make it through these choppy waters. Okay. Okay, we're going to do this instead. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Ironic. No, not ironic. That's not ironic. It's actually good, because we're going to figure this out. So if it's lagging, then that's good. So we can try to figure out, like, okay, that didn't work. Now we can try something else. Because normally I'll try to do a regular stream, and then it lags, and then it ruins the flow of the stream. But if the point of the stream is to detect the lag, then it's a successful stream. So I've just given over to the waves, and now I will just accept them. All right. Green Bolt checking in. Okay. All right. Let's see. Appreciate the content and videos. Well, thank you, Aaron. Thank you. See, right now we're coasting at a good 2,000 bit rate, and we have an excellent connection over here, and it seems to be okay. So that's how it goes. Try Ethernet. Already did that. Already have a cable. That's the problem. This is why it's so frustrating. We'll figure it out, though. What is this live for? You know what? It's live to make all your dreams come true. That's why we're live today. Imagine if Buggy or Shanks will have a moment in which he sees Naruto's back silhouette and shouts Captain, similar to Kakashi and Naruto. That would be pretty fun. What if it's actually a two-piece swimsuit, the ultimate twist of One Piece? I'm the first person to make this joke. You are. I've never heard that joke before, Daniel Green. Yeah, Daniel Green. What are you doing in my chat, Daniel Green? What kind of name is that anyway, Daniel Green? Can you get any more basic than that, Daniel Green? You must have been really popular in high school, Daniel Green. Did you have a jacket as cool as this jacket? Because I do. It's like, okay, that was just me shitting on Daniel Green for like 5 seconds. There you go. But nice to see you, Daniel. Nice to see you. My favorite joke involving the One Piece is then you get to the One Piece and it's like, okay, congratulations, you found the One Piece. Now you have to find the 9 other pieces to make the 10-piece. You know, like, so this was just the prologue to the journey. 1,200 something chapters to find the One Piece. It was merely the prologue. Can't get enough of that jacket. Try that Shanks 5G hockey connection. That might resolve the lag issue. Yeah. So, I have this new thing on with the chat, like, that's supposed to, like, you know, keep stuff that's, like, I guess offensive. Like, it's supposed to keep things like offensive blocked, but it's really just blocking emojis pretty much. So, which is nice because that'll prevent like the giant bots from like spamming the giant block of text, or like when we get the sex robots in here and they spam a bunch of emojis, you know, that's always fun. So that's why I turned that on. So that should be good. Shout out to India. Okay, we'll do a shout out to India. The subcontinent of India. You know, when I was out in LA, and I'm going to be talking a lot about my trip, because this is the first time I've actually done a stream where I've actually been able to like talk about my trip from California. I've mentioned it before in a few videos, but we can talk about it more today. Keep being you. That's why we love your content. Thanks, Just Rob. It's just Rob. Just Rob is here. So Rustage is like a big fan of like flags, like national flags all over the world, right? So I love geography as well, and I dabble in flags. Okay, so we're talking about different countries' flags, like as you do, and like which ones are our favorite and everything like that. We both really like the flag of Estonia. Estonia is a really unique flag, but my favorite flag of all time, out of every nation on the planet Earth, I have a whole book up there. I go through all the flags. I have like a little game I play, like a geography game I play sometimes to match up the flags. Can you guess what my favorite flag is in the entire world? Modern flag, because there's a lot of flags that have like existed and then they changed, or like flags like from back in the day and stuff that are no longer used, you know, so nothing like that, but like a modern flag that is used. USA flag. No. Although I do like the American flag. I think it is pretty cool. It's not bad. Okay, the Welsh flag is in the top 3 because there's a fucking dragon on it. All right, that is definitely within the top 3. Easily would be the Welsh flag. I don't know if it's number 2 or number 3, but it's definitely up there, okay? Japan, you know what? The Japanese flag is awesome in just its simplicity, that it represents just the rising sun. It's cool, and I like all the flags that are just like a dot. So Japan is a red dot on a white background. Bangladesh I really like, that is a red dot on a green background, and Palau is a yellow dot on a light blue background. Okay, so out of all of those 3, I would probably say Bangladesh is my favorite, but those aren't in my top 3. The flag of Mexico. The flag of Mexico is pretty good too. It's probably in top 10, maybe top 20, but it's definitely in top 20, all right? South Korea is cool. I like the different, like the corners of it. You have the dot, and then you have the different corners that are like the blocks. The Russian flag is kind of boring, to be honest with you. A lot of those flags that are just like the 3 stripes just kind of blend together. That's why I like Estonia's, because Estonia is just the 3 stripes, but they use the color scheme that like so many nations use red and white and blue in different configurations. You know, like red, white, and blue for America. Red, white, and blue is France. Red, white, and blue in Russia. Just different configurations or stripes or layouts. So they just kind of blend together after a while. Malaysia is cool. I like Malaysia. I like the Chilean flag because it's basically just the Texas flag. If you look at the flag of Chile and the flag of Texas, it's like the same flag, okay? Canada flag. Nobody has gotten it yet. I have not seen it yet. The Pride flag is pretty cool. I've always liked anything colorful and like rainbow growing up. So the gay Pride flag is pretty dope. Mongolia, no, but I actually do want to mention Mongolia later in the stream. Oddly enough, it is going to be referenced later. And the stream is holding together right now. I'm actually very surprised. Vietnam, no. Denmark, no. The Nordic flag, no. I like the Nordic flags. I like all the Nordic flags because they're the same basic design throughout. The Virginia flag, yes! All right, I have not seen a single person guess it yet. Yes, somebody got it. Fat Tony, you got it. Hey, I'm Fat Tony. That's a character from the Simpsons. Hey, Fat Tony, you got the name of that flag. Sri Lanka, the Sri Lankan flag. That is my favorite flag. It is the coolest fucking flag. I'm going to pull that up right now. Hold on a second. I'm going to open up. No, don't do that. Okay, Here we go. All right, there we go. I'm going to pull up an image of the Sri Lankan flag right here for you all. Sri Lanka flag. Okay, cool. It is so dope. So cool. Oh my god, there's these weird all of Wikipedia seems to have changed their file formats for their images from JPEGs to this like WEBP file format, and that's very annoying for me because that's how I get like a lot of images from like One Piece. So now every single time I want to get a every time I want to get an image off a wiki for like a video or something, I have to convert it first, and it's doesn't take that long. It just is annoying. Can I put this in XSplit, or are you going to be annoying? There we go. There we go. I love the Sri Lankan flag. I just love it. Okay. So we have, first of all, it has a border, which most flags do not have a border. It's just, here's the lines or whatever. Okay. So this one is pretty cool. So it has a border, and it's also segmented into like 2 flags. It's like they wanted 2 flags. They couldn't decide. So they just said, fuck it, and put both of them on there. Okay. So we have one flag that's more like standard, like just the lines of colors. So we have like, and even then though, the colors are unique because it's not like a straight up green or blue. It's like a teal. They went with teal, and then they went with orange. With teal and orange, that's neat. And then they have another flag that's separated by the border that's like a lion holding a fucking scimitar. And then there's these little dots or like teardrop things or leaves. They look like leaves, like off to the side. Like, I don't know. I just like it. Kind of disappointed. Oh, screw you. Sri Lanka. Awesome flag. Okay. Kind of looks like a badge a little bit. Yeah, like you can see this as like a medal or something. Like if you do really good in the Sri Lankan military, they give you this as like a badge of honor. Now, the Welsh flag is really cool too, and we'll pull that one up right now. Oh, hey, Kai. How you doing, man? Yo, Tekking, hope you're having a great day. I'm having a great, fantastic day. Yeah, Wales Flags has a bloody dragon. I know it has a fucking dragon, and that's why I said, you know what? Okay, Wales is my second favorite flag. Okay, second favorite is the Welsh flag. We'll pull that one up here too. All right, we'll pull up the Welsh flag. All right, also, is there any way I can do this where it doesn't, every time I pull up that screen to download something, it always freezes the chat. So hold on, let me try if I can move this over here. Maybe that'll help better. Okay, is that gonna be okay? Is that better? I think that's better. All right, now let me close that out and let me open it. Yeah, okay, here we go. All right, that's the system we need. Okay, so then we have the Welsh flag, which is a fucking dragon, which I know it's cool. All right, Welsh flag. There we go. That is pretty dope. It's pretty dope. That's why it's my second favorite. I'll tell you what. The people of Wales, if you threw a damn border on that, then it would be my favorite, okay? It lacks the border. Flags don't have a border, and the Sri Lankan flag does, okay? Yeah. The Amsterdam flag is the best one in Europe. Oh, did the chat freeze again? Why are you doing this? No, you're not. No, okay, it's still good. It's still good. Will you make a Stern Ritter series when the Bleach 1000 Year Blood War anime comes back? I want to redo the Stern Ritter videos I already did, because some of them got kind of like copyright striked because I used a lot of music in those. So I'm going to go back and redo that whole thing, I think. My God. Is it? Wait, hold on. I have an idea. What if I do... Oh, that didn't help. Okay, that didn't help. But what if I do this? What if I do this? Hold on. Okay, that's working. Yeah. So what if I just minimize this window a little bit? All right. Okay, there we go. Now I can actually read the chat. All right, cool. The California flag is fine. It's just there's a bear on it. There's a bear on the flag. That's cool. So we have Sri Lanka. We have Wales. What else? What are some other really good flags out there in the world? This is a flag. I didn't know this was going to be a flag ranking stream. I was just going to tell you that little story about me and talking to Rustage about flags. But here we are. How are Zach and Casey? They're doing fine. I was down there last week because I bought some t-shirts for them for when I was at Anime Expo. So I dropped those down. They, okay, this is really funny. So Casey bought this, it's one of those devices. There's a reason for it's like a pain relieving device. But it's like one of those things where you put like little pads, like electrical like sensors or like diodes on you, and it's supposed to like replicate the effects of like pregnancy. So like you could put them on a man, and like it like sends like an electrical current that like forces your muscles to contract. And so like men can experience what it's like to have like a period cramp or like giving birth. And so she bought one of those, and they were trying it out on each other. And I didn't want to try it because I'm like, it looked painful. But it ranks up from like setting 1 all the way to setting 40. Like there's 40 levels of pain, and they were freaking out on like level 10. So I'm like, I was a wimp. I didn't want to try it, but it was pretty cool. But there is like they tried it on their back. Like if you put these little pads on your back and then you like ratchet it up to like level 20, it actually feels like a really nice back massage apparently. But they were putting it on like their stomachs and stuff, and it caused a lot of pain apparently. Like or like sometimes it tickled. There was like different settings you could use. Sometimes it tickled, sometimes it was very painful. Yeah. The Hawaiian flag looks suspiciously like the British flag. What are some other really good flags I like? I like trying to think. I like the flag of Eswatini, which is previously Swaziland. They changed their name. It changed recently, but the Eswatini flag is pretty cool because it has like an African like shield on it. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I like this flag just because the I always liked yin yang, like the yin yang symbol, and this one kind of like, it's obviously not the same thing, but kind of a little bit like the black and white, you know. So I like Eswatini's flag, which I believe Eswatini is one of the few straight up monarchies in the world, like an actual functional monarchy. Like England is technically a monarchy, but like because you have a queen, but like it's not like the queen doesn't make the decisions. She's not the one like issuing orders. That's parliament, and there's like you have a prime minister and stuff. I think like there's like only a few straight up like monarchies left in the world. Qatar is one. Is it Qatar or Qatar? I always mess that up. But Qatar or Qatar. And then Eswatini, I believe, is one. And there's a few others that are just straight up monarchies. The New Zealand flag is cool. Fiji's flag is cool. Qatar. It's Qatar. Okay. England is a democratic monarchy. Well, these I believe like there's a few nations that are just like they are straight. Bhutan is one. Yeah. Oh, Bhutan's flag is really cool too. Let's get Bhutan's flag up here. I like Bhutan. Bhutan flag works. It's yellow. It's once again it has a fucking dragon on it. Has a dragon on it, and it's a Chinese dragon this time though, which adds a little bit of diversity. I want to see the Welsh flag fight against the Bhutan flag. There you go. See, there you go. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there you go. Kaido's on the flag of Bhutan. Wow, that one's cool. Yeah. I always like the flag of St. Kitts and Nevis. That's always a pretty cool one. Oh, no, not St. Kitts and Nevis. Antigua and Barbuda. That's the one. Barbados, too. Oh, Barbados might be 3. Seriously, if we're going with Sri Lanka number 1, Wales number 2, definitive. Hold on, let me take these 2 off. And then let me add, Barbados is really solid. Barbados flag literally just has fucking Poseidon's trident on it. And I love Greek mythology, so you can't say no to a flag that literally just, here's the flag, here's the symbol. Oh, it's not going through. See, this one's not going through for whatever reason. All right, hold on. Let me download another image. This one's PNG. That's good. All right, here we go. There we go. Those might be my top 3 right there. Those might very well be my top 3 flags. So we're going Sri Lanka number 1, Wales number 2, and then Barbados number 3. I think I'm very happy with those being my top 3. The Seychelles Archipelago, they have a good flag. The Seychelles. It's also the only place on Earth where you can find the largest seed in the world. So the largest seed in the world is the double coconut, which is a seed that can weigh like 40 pounds, and it's basically like a double coconut seed. And the only place you can find it on the entire world where this tree grows with this double coconut seed is the Seychelles Archipelago. The Seychelles flag is really cool. I like it just because it's like It's like just an array of like colored lights just firing off. So going along with the whole gay pride flag, I just like things that have multiple colors. The Seychelles, it's pretty dope. Look at that. Look at you got blue, you got yellow, you got red, you got white, you got green. It looks like it's like presenting like, come one, come all to a fantastic performance. Behold the double coconut tree. You know? St. Lucia's really cool. St. Lucia is a triangle. And you don't get to see a triangle flag too. But well, the flag is not a triangle, but there's a symbol of a triangle on it. And it's cool. There's St. Lucia's flag. No, I don't want that format. I hate you. No, WebP. I hate the WebP file format. Go JPEG or go home. Jesus. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here's St. Lucia. Yeah, St. Lucia's pretty cool. Here we go. I have zero pride in being straight. Maybe I should try being gay. That was one that was like blanked right there by the thing. It's like a comment like that is fine. Yeah. Oh, hold on a second. I need to adjust the setting. Give me one moment here. No, not that. Let me turn off the chat really quick. Just give me a second. I need to adjust something. Okay. There we go. All right. Back to it. All right, there we go. So, he froze. Did I freeze? Nope, I'm still sitting by here. There we go. I'll mess with that a little bit later. Okay, thoughts on the Nepal flag? Okay, Nepal is in the top 10, definitely. That might be number 4. Nepal might be number 4. I've always liked the flag of Nepal growing up because it is the one flag of the world that doesn't have it's not a rectangle or a square. It's a completely different shape. I don't even know what you would call this shape. I guess it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it's technically a pentagon, but it's such a weird pentagon that it's like a pentagon you don't see very often. So Nepal might be number 4. We're just ranking my favorite flags now. Yeah, Nepal is so cool. All right, so we have... Okay, so we have Sri Lanka number 1, Wales number 2, Barbados number 3, and then Nepal number 4. Yeah. Georgia's flag is really cool. It's just white background and then a red cross over it. Very embossed, very just like, here it is. Not a lot going on with it. Let's see here. Oh, Cambodia. Cambodia's flag. I don't know if Cambodia will be a straight up number 5, but Cambodia is cool because it actually has a structure on it. And that's something you don't see all the time in flags. We're going to decide my top 10 favorite flags today, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we have Cambodia's flag. Okay, so Cambodia has, that is a Buddhist temple. It is, I believe, the largest religious temple in the world. And in terms of just how it's sprawled out, like the grounds of it are huge. And it's called Angkor Wat. And it's a part of the Khmer dynasty or Khmer dynasty. It was pretty big back. I think it was from 700 AD to around 1400 AD. It was bigger than the Byzantine Empire at its height in terms of just like how it's sprawled out. Like the best way I can describe it is like, you know how like New York City is like the biggest city in the United States, but it's very condensed on like Manhattan Island and then Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island and shit. It's very condensed. Meanwhile, Los Angeles is the second biggest city, but it is sprawled out way more than New York is. Kind of like that. But so yeah, I like Cambodia's flag. I don't think Cambodia will be number 5. It'll be further down on the list, but I do want to put that in the top 10. Cambodia might just be number 10 or number 9, like as that. So starting it off strong with that. It's pronounced Khmer. Okay, well I messed that up. I'm just reading about this recently. You know, I've always liked the Cambodian flag because it had that building on it, but I never knew what that building was. And then I started I'm playing a video game right now that actually features Cambodia like during that dynasty, like in 1100 AD Cambodia. So I'm fascinated by this because I don't know anything about Southeastern Asia like history. So I'm reading a little bit about Chinese history, and they kind of mention this area as like this is like an area that's filled with jungle. That's the reason why a lot of Chinese empires never went that south to like Vietnam and Cambodia, Laos, or like Thailand or anything, because if you read a lot of like what they said, like the marching armies were trying to like expand China, but it's like then they get to the fucking jungle and it's like there's so many bugs in there that'll kill you and diseases and stuff. So that always sort of like prevented China from taking over that region of Southeast Asia. So they have a very different kind of culture for that reason. It all comes down to geography at the end of the day. You know, if there's a big-ass mountain in the way or if there's a giant jungle in the way, that's the reason the Incans, the Incan Empire never really pushed far into the Amazon rainforest. They did a little bit, but they can't just because of how difficult it was to, like, expand an army through a fucking rainforest. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be pretty hard. And, you know, if you get bitten by bugs or whatever, there's piranhas and shit, like, they can kill the shit out of you. You know, there's, like, leeches and crap in there, you know? But anyway, so what do we have here? The Indian flag is fine. I like the colors and I like the wheel, but I don't think it would be in my top 10. But if we're going with top 10, I did say I really love the flag of Bangladesh because it's my favorite flag that has just the dots and then the background. So Bangladesh might be 10. Cambodia might be number 9. Okay. So let's get the Bangladesh flag in here. Good. It's a PNG image. That's great. There we go. All right, there we go. So we're gonna go. Let's see if we can fit all these on the thing. Okay, so that's number 1. Wales is number 2. Barbados is number 3. Nepal is number 4. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, and then we'll put 5 down here under Nepal, and then over here let's go Bangladesh number 10, and then let's go Cambodia number 9. Okay, and let's just okay. All right, I'm okay with this so far. Yeah, I'm okay with this so far. All right. Does Bhutan? Should I put Bhutan on here? Bhutan is a pretty dope flag. Okay, out of every flag in the world, there's like 200 something flags. 2 of them have dragons on them. So I feel like kind of obligated. Like, yeah, Bhutan needs to be on the list. So I'm gonna put Bhutan as like number. I'll put it as like number 6 for right now. And we can rearrange that later as we see fit. That's not going to fit. I need to lower these. Yeah, there we go. So we have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Okay, so we need... Okay. What are some other really good flags? North Macedonia. That is a really good one. I don't know if it's going to be in the top 10, but North Macedonian flag... It's pretty cool. It's kind of reminiscent of the old Japanese flag where it had the dot, but then the sun rays coming off of it. And so Macedonia's flag has... It's the fucking web file again. Jeez, hold on. JPEG or bust. No. There we go. PNG, I'll take it. That doesn't look like it. That looks like a fan drawing of it. Oh, PNG. Here we go. North Macedonia flag. There we go. That's cool. It's just like the sun, you know, and then the beams. I mean, it's cool. It's a really good flag. I really like it. It's a cool flag. But I don't know if it's my favorite. I don't know if it'll be in the top 10. Everyone's saying Somalian flag. I actually forget what that one is, but I don't think it's a bad one. I think Somalian flag looks pretty cool. It's just, the Somalian flag is just a kind of like light blue background with a star in the middle, which is cool. It's simplistic, but whoa, the border. No. It's definitely simplistic, but I don't think it'll be in my top 10. Djibouti, of course. It's like, what is your favorite African nation? Well, it's got to be Djibouti. Ivory Coast has a good one as well. So let's look at Djibouti. Djibouti flag. And once again, it's pretty simple. I might put Malaysia on here. I think I might like the Malaysian flag more than the United States flag. Because I'm thinking of flags that have that red, white, and blue motif. And the flag of Malaysia is very similar to the American flag. but it has the the symbol of the crescent moon, which is pretty cool. The symbol of like Ramadan. Hold on here. Well, for some reason, Malaysia in particular. Oh, Canada has to be on here, yeah. Dude, if any of so like there's some pretty hardcore like right-wing like Americans. So if they saw this video, they'd be like, "Where the fuck's the American flag at?" I'd be like, "Shit, I should put the American flag on here just to like placate those people." I'm just like, "Where the fuck is the American flag at?" Just like, you put the Malaysian flag on there and not America? Oh. I mean, the American flag is fine. There's flags I like way less than the American flag, but I don't know. It's also one of those things, like, I see the American flag all the time. When Rustage was over here visiting, we'd be driving through, like, we drove through Pennsylvania when he visited me, and then we're driving through LA when, we're out there in Anime Expo. And, like, one thing Rustage always brings up is just, like, man, you Americans have flags. Like, your flag is, like, everywhere, and we do. And it's way more out in the country, because when I was driving Rustage from the airport all the way back to my house, it's like a 2-hour drive. So we're driving through the country, the backwoods of Pennsylvania, okay, of like central PA. And there's like every business, of course, and most houses are going to have the American flag flying high and flying proud. You know what I mean? And so we made it like, we're like counting how many flags and just like, holy shit, you guys have your flag everywhere. And it's just like, he's like, wow, that's not a thing in England. You don't have the Union Jack flying everywhere. It's like, no, like it's like on government buildings and shit, but we don't just fly the Union Jack out like, like all over the place, America's really big on that. I don't know. But, oh man. Oh yeah, Antigua and Barbuda. Yeah, so let's get that one up next. Antigua. I can't find a good image of the Malaysian flag for whatever reason. Hold on. This isn't a great image. This is actually very, very spotty, but it is an image. So there we go. There's the Malaysian flag. So I don't know. I'll put that on there as a consideration. Okay, now what's next? What else would Antigua and Barbuda. I really want to put Antigua and Barbuda flag on here. It's a really cool one. That's a WEP file. This is that's an SVG document. I don't think that'll open up. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. Panama flag's cool. Yeah. This is just the flag stream. I did not expect this to go this way, by the way. Number one, I thought the stream was going to lag a bunch of times. I guess we found the sweet setting. What's the setting again? What setting are we on? Okay, we're at 1080p at 2,000 kilobits per second. Okay, I guess that's the sweet spot. From now on, we just do that and we're good. Okay, great. Okay, Antigua and Barbuda flag. All right, cool. Can you give me, actually, wait, hold on. Can I just search for like PNG image? Yeah, there we go. There we go. This is it. Yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay, there we go. So I like this one. I like the red, the kind of like V shape it does, and then it has the black background. Like, it's very striking with the black background and then the rising sun as like this big like starburst of yellow. I really like that. That might actually be my number 5 pick. That might be number 5. Yeah. Canada. Now, Canada's great because it just has a leaf, Oh, Canada, it is our native land. I'm already messing up the national anthem. That is not, I think, the right way to phrase it, but Canada's really, really dope. Canada, yay. Oh, and also, Eswatini. I have Eswatini on here. I want to put Eswatini on here. Okay, I think we might have something to work with here. Okay, so what do we got here, guys? What do we have? I don't know. We have Canada. Okay, I don't know how this is going to go. Does the maple leaf rank higher than a Chinese dragon? is the question. South Africa's okay, but I like Eswatini better. Oh boy, there's so many good ones too, though. I mean, like, you have to understand also, there's like 200 damn flags in the world. Jamaica is really good. Jamaica would be in the top 20 for sure. It's also the only flag in the world that doesn't have Rustage told me this. It's the only flag in the world that doesn't have red, blue, and some other color on it. I think red, blue, or whites, because the Jamaican flag just has yellow, green, and black. Yeah, I think that's it. Albania is cool because Albania has the two birds, like the hawks, like the two-headed hawk or eagle or something. That's pretty cool. Yeah. But for right now, I'm going to go with this. I'm going with this for right now. So we got Sri Lanka, number 1. Then we have second favorite flag is Wales. Then Barbados, Nepal, Antigua and Barbuda, Bhutan, Canada, Eswatini. Then we have Cambodia and Bangladesh. I mean, these are all really good. These are all really good flags. I like these flags. Malaysia almost made the cut. I don't know. What about Arabian flag? Well, let me see. Which out of the Arabian flags, like in the Middle East, which one is my favorite? Hold on. Let me look at all of the Arabian flags here. Middle East flags. Let's see what we got here. Out of those... Oh, Lebanon is cool. It has, like, the tree. I like the tree from the Lebanon flag. Let's see here. It might be Jordan, too. Jordan looks kind of like a good flag with that. Yemen has just the bars, but it has red, white, and black, which is kind of different. Qatar has, like, the, kind of like the ripped thing there. That's cool. Yeah. But anyway. Yeah. Egypt is, like, I like Egypt as well, because it has, like, the... Is that... Yeah. I'm trying to think what kind of bird is on there, but yeah. Can we move on from flags? Yeah, let's move on from flags. We had a good discussion about flags. That went on for a half an hour. That went on for longer than I thought it would. But hey, it's always good to talk about geography because, you know, flags are like the sister to geography. So you have to have that, you know, just like history is like geography's brother. Flags are like geography's sister. There's a whole big family of geography, you know. Egypt's flag is really cool too. I'd have to sit down and like look at every single flag because, you know, there's some I remember more than others. I'd have to sit down and remember every single one and then be like, okay, let's make an active decision. Number 1, number 2, number 3. But yeah. Sicily's flag is good, but let's move on from flags. We've been on flags for like half an hour. So what else? Do GeoGuessr. I'm actually going to play some GeoGuessr this week on Briggs's Twitch with him. So look forward to that. We should be streaming that on Wednesday. Because we did that before. We did it last year. We streamed GeoGuessr, or I don't think we streamed it. I think we recorded it. We were supposed to record it, and my recording software fucked up and didn't save the file. Or I think I actually deleted it. No, I shouldn't blame that. I think I accidentally deleted it. Or, yeah, I think that's what happened. So that was my bad. Sorry, Briggs. But we're going to be doing that again, and that should be pretty fun. So look forward to that on Wednesday. I think we're doing it at Wednesday at 2 o'clock on Briggs's Twitch. So check that out. I like the fact that Saudi Arabia has the sword on it. That's, yeah, that and not Algeria, Angora have, like, a weapon on the flag, you know. But yeah, let's move on from flags. We're talking, yeah, okay. Next One-Piece D&D when? Okay, so it is actually a different day this week. It's actually Tuesday, which is not usual. It's usually Thursday. So it should be, the way we have it right now, it should be Tuesday, August 2nd at 7 p.m. Okay? Yeah. Is what we should do if we don't change it again. When will you continue your stream through of all Yu-Gi-Oh games? So I started to play Duelist of the Rose, and then I couldn't because the stream crashed. And I don't know if that's because it's like a PS2 game rather than a PS1 game. Like the bitrate has to be higher. I don't know. So I want to start playing. I really want to do this thing in October where I stream a different horror game every weekend. So I really want to make that thing because I had a lot of fun doing Castlevania Symphony of the Night last year. I did that on Halloween. I streamed that. That was a lot of fun. I want to do that again for like the whole month of October, okay? So I have a bunch of games that I'm kind of like debating to put on the list right now of like horror games. So one of them is going to be a game that I actually just bought at Anime Expo that I've been looking for like 5 years. And it's a game, it's okay, it's a horror game for the GameCube. I want to see if anybody would recognize it just by that description. And it's a little bit of a lesser-known game. Nobody talks about it. It doesn't have a series. There's no sequel to it. It's just one game released on the GameCube, not even ported to other consoles. It's not on PlayStation 2. It wasn't on Xbox. It just one game, and that's it. See if anybody can get it. You mean Eternal Darkness? Okay, so it's not as obscure. There's a few people that get it. But yeah, so Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem was a game I've been looking for a very long time. And every time I would go to a convention, every time I would go to a game store, like a retro game store, I would always look for it. They would never have it. And I've been doing this for years, okay? So then I get to Anime Expo, and we're all walking through the giant exhibition hall that's like the size of a fucking football field. So we're walking through that, and like bigger than a football field, honestly. And then we're walking by this like retro games like kiosk. It's not even that big of a kiosk. It's not even like a huge thing. It's just like this little thing. They have like little glass cases with like rare games in them. So we're all walking by, and I like Rustage is there, Spooky is there, Briggs is there, and I'm like, hey guys, just hold on a second. I want to check. I think Spooky was looking at some stuff too, but I'm like, hey, hold on a second, guys. I just want to check really quick if they have this game. They probably won't. I'll be right back. So I go over. I see the GameCube section, and the GameCube, they only had like one little case of GameCube games, and there was only like 6 of them. And I'm like, oh, they're probably not going to have it. And I walk over, and I see it right there in the case. And I think I freaked out the lady that was like selling them, because she was like sitting behind the table, like eating her like lunch. She was like eating chips or whatever. And I just walk over, and I look at the case, and I'm like, this is my reaction. I'm just like, hey, yeah, I'm just going to look for this game. They probably don't have it. Oh my God, they have it. And then she's just like jumped, and she's just like, and I'm just like, I need that. I would like to purchase this, please. And she's like, oh yeah, sure. Okay. And then she like takes it out of the case, and I get it. But I'm playing it right now. And by the way, that was the game. Hold on. Alan Grove, you are spamming. I'm going to time you out. So don't spam. Don't spam the same question over and over again. Yeah, that's, you're not banned, but you timed out. Also Vector, same thing. Don't do that. Put user in timeout. There we go. Okay. So anyway, yeah, so it's called Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem for the GameCube. I'm kind of playing it through just now to get the hang of it, and then I'll play it again when I do it in October. But yeah, hold on a moment. I'll show you what it looks like, the cover. So it's all about like it's a very edgy game. It's like very early 2000s kind of edge. The game literally starts with like a really edgy quote from Edgar Allan Poe. Like you boot up not even like starting the game. Like you put the game in, you boot up the GameCube, and one of the first things is like very like goth quote from Edgar Allan Poe. And it's like, oh, that's great. That's fantastic. All right. So this is what it looks like. I would love if this game ever got a remaster. Like if this game got a remaster for like the Switch or something, it'd be great. Yeah, never underestimate Los Angeles math. Oh shit, ain't that the truth? So that's what it looks like. It's a really good game. It's basically Lovecraft. Lovecraft. That was a weird way to pronounce that guy's name. It's basically Lovecraft, very Cthulhu, great old ones, but it takes place through various periods of history. So there's essentially like, they have like the Necronomicon in it, like the Book of the Dead. It's called the Tome of Darkness, but it's like, it's the Necronomicon. It's like bound in human flesh and inked in blood. It's that shit. And it's like it travels throughout history. So it's like this is like a monk in like the 800 ADs or whatever that finds the book. Here's a Cambodian slave girl that finds the book in the year 1100. Here's a Roman knight that finds it, or a Roman like oh, what were they called? Freaking why am I blanking here? It's on the tip of my tongue. It starts with an S. Why? Hold on. No, I'm not looking at the chat on this one. I know this. Give me a second. This will take as long as it needs to for me to remember this. I'm not looking at the chat. I'm not looking. I'm getting this name myself. Damn it! I hate that. I hate that when it's like, it's a word. I know it. It's like, where did you go? I can't find you. Fuck it. Spartan! That's it! Son of a bitch! Yes, it's like a Roman Spartan. Okay, damn it. All right, Obama. It's like, it starts with an S, Obama. Roman salt. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, Spartan. Shit. Okay. Anyway, it's like a Roman Spartan in the year like 40 BC or whatever. Oh, Spartans are Greek. Okay, so I messed that up. It's definitely Roman. In the game, it was definitely Roman, so I guess they wouldn't be Spartans if they were Roman. Maybe Sentinel. Maybe that would be a better term. Still starts with an S. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, so I love history, as you could tell, because I know the name Spartans, of course. So it just follows these different characters throughout history, and so they each have run-ins with, like, the tome, and, like, they have an adventure that you play them as a character, so there's, like, 12 different playable characters throughout the game. It's really fun, and so I'm going to be playing that. I also want to pick up a Resident Evil game, and so I haven't picked that one up yet, but I have a good idea which ones I'm kind of like it's between a few. I have Devil May Cry for the Xbox 360, although I have to get a new they did like a 3-pack of Devil May Cry games for Xbox. They ported it, but I think Devil May Cry is originally Sony, right? It's originally PlayStation, so I might just buy Devil May Cry for PlayStation just to play it on the I might be able to actually, does Devil May Cry have like just a thing I can download on the PlayStation Store? That would actually probably be easier. Centurion, that is probably the more accurate word for what he actually was. His name was Augustus. So his name, he was probably Augustus. He was probably a Roman centurion, is probably that. Yeah, Devil May Cry is from Capcom. Yeah. Well, I know it's from Capcom, but I know like which game was it like more popular on. Was it like PlayStation, or because Devil May Cry came out in like the 90s, right? Or like the very early 2000s. I don't even know if Xbox was even around yet. The Switch Devil May Cry port is good. Okay, there's a Switch port. All right. Oh, okay. The Devil May Cry collection is like $10 on PSN. All right, I'll just do that then. Screw it. Because I have I have my Xbox 360. I haven't played it in like 10 years, and the controller's shit. I have to get a new one. No, it's not Emperor Augustus, but I see where you're going with that. Yeah. The Switch port is not. Okay, well, whatever. I'll play that. I played the first 2 Devil May Cry games, like, back in 2013, and they were fun, but, yeah, I want to play them again. So then there's that, and then, okay, so we have a Resident Evil game, which I haven't, I think it's going to be either 1 or 2, maybe 2. Also 6, I've heard, is really good. And then there's Eternal Darkness, and then there's Devil May Cry, so that's 3. So how many weekends are in, October? So 1, 2, 3. We have 5. We have 5 weekends in October. So, and I could also play something on the 31st as well, like Halloween itself. That's Tuesday. It's not like I have to stream on the weekends only. You know, I have free time. I can stream on the weekdays. Actually, that would probably be easier to stream on the weekdays. Fuck it. Let's just not even. Why am I limiting myself to the weekends? Let's just play as many horror games as I can throughout October. I kind of want to keep them a little bit more retro, like more modern stuff. Like, everyone wants me to play, Resident Evil Village because of, like, the giant, like, vampire mommy character that's in it. It's just, like, that's the reason. Yeah. So I want to kind of dial that back a bit and play some more, like, retro games. Or at least retro from my perspective, you know? So, like, early 2000s. Doom as a horror game. I mean, that's definitely more of a shooter, but I mean, yeah, I guess you can make the argument it is a horror game. Oh, fucking Silent Hill. So, which Silent Hill, and then Penumbra: The Dark Descent, or Amnesia: The Dark Descent, and Penumbra Overture, which are, I think, they're different games, but I think they're kind of in the same universe. I want to play one of those as well. Dead Space count as a retro? I don't know. I played not Dead Space, but I played a version of that called Slender Space years ago. You can, I think, still find it on my channel if you type it in. But I did a Let's Play of Slender Space. Let's see. Hunted House. It's a house that's been hunted. Amnesia is a fantastic horror game. So, I mean, like, it kind of comes down to, like, what is classified as horror. Horror or action. Because, like, if you're playing a horror game and you have, like, a sword, or, like, Devil May Cry. Like, is Devil May Cry technically a horror game? Because you play as this super badass, like, hot anime guy that has, like, fucking giant-ass guns and just, like, ebony and ivory and just boom, 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 boom. You're just blasting the shit out of everything around you. Like, you're not really scared playing the game because you're such a badass. But, like, then there's games like this game, Eternal Darkness, and then there's, Amnesia, where it's like you can't do shit against these things. You know what I mean? Like you're fighting these demons and shit. If they find you, you're dead, or you're crazy, or both. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna get so crazy, you're like claw your damn eyes out or something. You know, that I would say is more horror because you're actually afraid playing. Like Outlast. When I was playing Outlast years ago, it was like 6 years ago already, I did my Outlast Let's Play. But like I'm sitting there in the dark in my bedroom like playing Outlast and I'm like, this is fucking terrifying because you can't fight these things, okay? You know? Yeah, no, it isn't. That's why DMC was made into Resident Evil 4. Shit, okay. I've never played any of the Resident Evil games. None of them. So I have a friend that played them all. So I'm like asking, them. I'm like, okay, which ones are good? Because, I have no reference here. But I know they are regarded as like some of the best horror games of all time. And I wanted to at least mention, like, play one of them, right? Yeah. So Doom 3 is super horror. It's compared to the rest of the room games. Okay. Did you visit Burbank? No, I went to, we were honestly mostly just in downtown Los Angeles. We didn't really go much beyond that. I mean, other than like driving through town and stuff. We went to a Dodgers game, so we went to the Dodger Stadium there, wherever part of the city that's in. We walked around there a little bit. Fear is a really good game. It's just called Fear. Oh, this is a more modern game, but a game that I did want to play is Limbo, which is like, 2012, I think it came out. And it's not, I mean, like, it's horror, but it's more of a puzzle game, if nothing else. It's more of a platforming puzzle game. But there's a lot of horror elements to it, and I've never played it, but I've seen a lot of Let's Plays of it, and I do want to check that out. Play Biohazard. Yeah, I hear that's good, too. A few years ago, you had the art contest with Roger Bass and Joy Boy, who could draw Green Bull. And now that we got Green Bull in the manga, maybe a follow-up to see who was closest. I thought about doing that. I still have all of the Green Bull art contest submissions. We can go through some of them. Absolutely. That was a lot of fun doing that, by the way, doing the Green Bull art contest. It was a lot of fun, but it was also that was probably the most fun I've ever had doing a contest. Because that contest was art, so we didn't get that many entries. Like, we got a lot of entries. We had, like, hundreds of entries. But when we did the Devil Fruit design contest a year later with me, Nux, and Roger, it was a mess. Because, number one, my stream constantly crashed. And then also, it's like we had just a shitload of more entries because they weren't art-based. They were just, like, coming up with a Devil Fruit concept. There was, like, an art section. But, yeah, we had, like, thousands of entries I had to sift through. We all had to sift through. It was a lot. And, yeah, so I like doing the art contest, though, because we had a lot of submissions, but it's just, like, it limits how many people entered, because some people just don't draw and don't want to, it's like, if there was an art contest for, like, draw your favorite One Piece character, and, like, if there was a contest like that, I love Frankie and Robin, but I would probably not enter, because I'm not an artist. I wouldn't even try, you know what I mean? So that kind of limits the number of entries, and that helped. And then we're doing the One-Piece D&D art contest now, which I was, right before this stream, I was actually looking at a bunch of artwork for the ones we're kind of narrowing it down to the top 10. And it's pretty solid. It's some pretty good stuff there. Which, by the way, today's the last day of July, so I don't know if Rustage is... I don't think he's going to stream anything today about that, because he wanted to do it before July was over, but I don't want to put words in his mouth and be like, he was definitely streaming today, because I don't know if he is. How long am I planning on streaming? I don't know. I'm kind of getting hungry, so I don't know. And it's like, hey, we're streaming good here. See, the problem with the stream was always I would do a speed test, and it'd be like 50 upload speed, and then it would be 30 upload speed, and then it would be 8 upload speed. Like, I'd do 3 in a row, and I'm like, well, what's the problem here? What's going on? I was messing with the resolution. I was messing with the bit rates, but I think we found it. Oh, I need to go and put my laundry in the dryer, so hang on for a second here. I'm just gonna go do that. Hold on, I'll be right back. This won't take long. All right, gonna go put my laundry in the dryer. Oh yeah. Doing laundry today. Laundry. Oh yeah. Okay. You guys still good? You good? All right, hold up. Almost there. You gotta do laundry. Laundry. I know. You gotta do your laundry today. You gotta set it to the dry level. Okay. Hold on. We're almost done. Hold on, just want to check the chat really quick. All right. Start a Tekking campaign. He's off screen. What do we do? Chair, hentai, chair, baka. Wash them stinky drawers. Anyway, yeah, hold on. I have to go put these in the washer now. My blankets. Which, by the way, anybody that remembers my old setup, my old room, I still have the same bed comforter that I used at my mom's place. So there you go. There you go. Laundry. All right, I'll be right back. Okay. All right, we're good now. We got that laundry. Yeah, on days when I'm not making videos, when I'm just like streaming or whatever, then I usually try to do my laundry on those days. Let's see here. Boobs. Yeah. Empty room stream. Yeah. Also, I don't know if you could hear it, but when you first start the dryer, it has the sound of like a screaming demon trapped in hell for like 5 millennia. It's just like, ee! And I think it's because one of the belts is just, and if you run it for a while, it's fine. Like, it's fine now, but like when you first run it, it sounds like a screaming demon. Anyway, what are we doing here? I agree with Spooky. Please start a gaming channel. Your reactions will be the absolute best. Love your videos. I should. I don't know. I've done a lot of gaming videos before. I'm not a huge gamer, though. I just don't think it's dedicated, like making a whole channel dedicated to it. I just feel like I would make the channel. I would do one Let's Play to start the channel off. Like, we're kicking off the new gaming channel, guys. And then I would just abandon it. You know what I mean? I would just move on from that. Because I'm not a huge gamer. Or when I do game, it's usually just to unwind or relax. It's like puzzle games, like Peggle and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I do. What's for dinner tonight? Tonight, I should make those that honey the honey shrimp that I saw that recipe for. I made chicken nuggets on Friday. Because I did the review, and then I did that chicken nugget promotion with Film Red, so I'm like, I want to make chicken nuggets, and so I did, and they were delicious. They were amazing. And I made this Carolina barbecue sauce, too. That was really simple to make. That took like 5 minutes, and then I deep-fried the chicken, and it was great. I actually bought a deep fryer last night just because like that's easier than using the whole, because I like the whole setup with deep frying is like you gotta I don't like having my Dutch oven on my gas stove, because I'm afraid if I'm deep frying with a bunch of oil on a gas flame, I'm afraid the oil's gonna splurt, hit the flame, and just like my whole fucking kitchen's gonna go up in flames. So I have an electric cooktop that I use that my friends Casey and Zach got me for a housewarming present. So it's electric. So I plug that in, put the Dutch oven on top of that, and then I heat up the oil, and then I deep fry and everything like that. But it's just so much. It's so involved. You know what I mean? It's like involved because I have to like, you know, get everything out, and then like, so I just bought a deep fryer last night from Walmart for like $50, and it has like the baskets in it and everything, so now I can just deep fry shit and just put it into the oil and just take it out, and it has a dial to set the temperature. I don't have to like, I have a little thermometer I have to put in the oil to like measure the heat, and it's just like, and it's the same thing, it's the same kind of oil. I can use whatever oil I want. That's not different, it's just more efficient. Do you think Kuzan could be a double agent for Shanks? Not for Shanks, but I think he's working for Blackbeard, but he's a double agent for Sword. I think that's what's happening with Aokiji. Is this a podcast? I mean, basically, yes. We're going to be starting Bondcast soon, guys. We're going to be starting the Bleach podcast very soon. I don't know if I want to do it like this format, because I have the layout for it. The layout's ready to go. Hold on. Where is it? Here it is. So, I mean, like, it's not complicated. It's just going to be like this. But I'm debating whether to make it like this, or if I make it like a straight-up podcast where I will stream it on YouTube, but you won't see my face. It'll just be like an avatar, or like I get somebody to draw me like a Shinigami or something, and then I'm hanging out there, and then I because it's going to be mainly on like Spotify and stuff. Like that's the whole kind of the point of a podcast. I'm going to do it like that. So I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, because I'm just afraid if I stream it like this, like we're doing okay right now, but that is not the kind of thing that I want to stream and then like lag. Like I don't want to deal with that when I'm doing with Bondcast. So, you know what I mean? I kind of want to just keep it simple and maybe just do audio. You know? VTuber teching. I don't know if I'm ever going to get a VTuber avatar. I don't know if that's up my alley. Garp Week, when? I don't know. When Garp does something, I'll do Garp Week, I guess. What D&D class do you want to play the most? I actually just had a conversation with this with my friend the other day, and that's Warlock. So Warlock has always been like one of the coolest classes, and I've known so many people that have played Warlock, and I've never have. I've played a sorcerer, I've played a wizard, I've played a rogue, I've played a paladin, I've played a cleric. I think that's it. I think that's all I've played. Yeah. See, I always have like, I don't know what it is. I just have this thing where I have like my one character for that class. Okay, and I don't like to play another character because like William is the rogue. William is my rogue, my big, like, this is my dissertation on the rogue class of D&D. It's William, which is funny because William does not play as a rogue. William is the exact opposite of a rogue, but he's cool, and he's like my roguish kind of character, okay? So I probably would not play like another rogue in a game because of William, you know? Or at least not while I'm playing One-Piece Dnd. Maybe after we're done with One-Piece Dnd and a couple of years go by or whatever, and I'm thinking, man, I really want to play a rogue again. Maybe I'll do another rogue character. The first character I ever drew up was Adrin. Yeah, Adrin Weinrich, who was a sorcerer. That was my first ever character, and he's a half-elf sorcerer, and he's still alive. Like, he never died. It's just that campaign just kind of fizzled out. And so I got him up to like level 7, I think. And he was a pretty cool sorcerer. I really liked that character. He was like a very bookish, nerdy kind of character. It's kind of like the thing you do in D&D where you just make yourself into your first character, kind of. So he was like a big nerdy half-elf that like really loved history and shit. Then we have, there was a cleric that I play called, and that's still in the campaign, that's actually still ongoing. We just haven't played it in a while, but it is still happening, and that's Corbin Brightwind. And he is a cleric of nature, which also gets me like druid shit too. So he's kind of cleric, but also druid. And then Paladin is, of course, Old Tony. Never played Artificer before. Yeah. If I send you edibles, will you try them? Probably not. I won't. But I'll tell you the story. So, Friday night, I did the review, right? I did the review on Friday, and then my friends text me, and they're like, "Hey, let's just do D&D tonight. It's been a while since we've all played D&D. Let's just do impromptu D&D tonight at our house." And I'm thinking, fuck yeah, let's do it. So I'm doing this one shot, and my one shots are always end up being two shots or 3 shots because, I can never get through the whole thing in one session. But anyway, so it's like, oh yeah, well, I'll finish up the one shot. It'll be cool. So I go down to their place, and we hang out for a bit. And we go up to their little game room, and we're all setting everything up, and we're bullshitting, and we order pizza and everything. And it's just like, okay, cool, we're just going to do this. And so right before we play, though, as we're like just hanging out around the table, just ordering food and stuff, my one friend pulls out these edibles. Like it's like nerd rope. Like it looked just like nerd rope. It was nerd rope, but it had like a certain amount of like CBD in it. The way it was described to me was it's like CBD, but it actually does shit. Like that was what it was described to me. I've never done edibles and anything like that. So like that's how it was described to me, and I'm like, okay, that's whatever. So my one friend took like a regular dosage of this. Like you cut like a little strip of like the nerd's rope off and you eat it. I'm like, okay. And then my other friend did like a double dose of it. And then I'm like, okay, so this is going to be fun for sure. And so we all sit down, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 5 of us. Okay, there's 5 of us. 2 of us have eaten these nerd rope edibles, okay? So we start. No, not me. I didn't take any. I was sober the whole night. That's because I'm a buzzkill. That's how I usually do shit. But anyway, the nerd's rope always puts my ass on the floor. CBD that does shit. Yeah, see, yeah. All right, so we start the thing, and we don't like the point of this one shot is like it's basically like a boss gauntlet. It's basically like let's just go from room to room and kill the shit out of things. Like it's like Fight Club basically is what it's called. I call it the Fight Caves, but that's basically it. So we're on like the 4th, like they just finished the 3rd room, which was like a sexy vampire sorceress or a wizard, and they killed the shit out of her. They decapitated her. And it's like, okay, you're in like this fancy mansion, like chapel, and then you're going to move on to the next room, okay? So before that, though, we're kind of waiting for our food. So the shit hasn't kicked in yet for them. So they're like, we're just kind of waiting for food. So it's like, let's just do a little bit of role-playing first, and then we'll eat, and then we'll go back, and then we'll do the fights. And it's just like, okay. So it's like they're in this mansion, and it's like they killed this vampire, and then the vampire is like one of their servants was still alive, and his name was like, he was this butler named Bertram, who was like this vampire spawn, and then he's just like, oh no, you've killed the mistress. Anyway, it's like would you like to play billiards? And it's just something I pulled off the top, because I didn't have anything planned for this character. He was supposed to just be like the butler. So I'm just like, yeah, he plays billiards. And so he takes you to a room that's like filled with like pictures of him playing billiards, and there's like a bunch of like trophies on the wall. He's like, let us play billiards. And we roll for a little bit, like determine, like we split into 2 teams and we're playing and shit. And so we're playing billiards in D&D. And then the food gets there. So we're like, okay, let's go down and eat. So we go down and eat. And we're eating pizza. It was really good. Little Caesars. We got Little Caesars. Really good pizza. First time I've ever had it. And, this is okay. This was my, okay. So we're sitting there eating pizza. And I think of a YouTube video. I'm like, man, I just thought of a YouTube video we should watch while eating this pizza. Have you ever heard of the YouTuber called Meat Canyon? You kind of see where this is going, and if you do, and if you don't, I'll explain it. But yeah, I would not like it if I had Eye Patch Wolf or Forever World on your Boncast. Well, I might have either of those people on my podcast. I don't know how I'm going to work with guests yet. I want to have Elite Ace on. I want to have King on. I want to have James on. We'll see where this goes. Oh, God, here it comes. Everybody's like, oh, shit. That was the first time I had Little Caesars, yeah. Yeah, it was really good, by the way. I actually, you know what? I like garlicky, cheesy breadsticks if they're done well. I like that more than I like pizza. because they had all these. We had ordered a bunch of shit because there was like 5 of us there. So we got like pineapple pizza, we had a pepperoni pizza, we had like this cheesy breadsticks, and I'm telling you what, man, the cheesy breadsticks were way better than the fucking pizza. I had 1 piece of pizza and like 4 breadsticks. They were so good. There's another pizza place, the Italian Village Pizza, that's around here that does like a really good, like their fucking garlicky breadsticks, cheesy breadsticks might as well just be a pizza onto their own right. They're just so good, you know. Just get some extra cheese on there. My God. Anyway, I'm digressing. Okay, so I think of a really good, because I like Meat Canyon. He makes some really good animations, but they're disturbing as hell. He just makes really disturbing animations from things from your childhood. Basically, is what he does. But check him out if you haven't seen it, okay? Tekking, you're ranting. That's pretty much what all this is. So I put on the one of his recent videos that he did with Guy Ferrari. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but that dude, the drive-in and dives guy. And I put that one on. And so we're watching that. And then I put on the, what's the other one I put on after? Oh, the Pawn Stars one, which he just did. So I put those 2 on. As I'm doing that, my one friend next to me, the edible is starting to kick in. And I've never actually seen somebody actually see this firsthand, you know, like actually see it kick in and see the response. And so she's there and she's like, "What are we doing?" And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "When did we start watching cartoons?" And I'm just like, like a while ago. And so she's like, I have no memory of anything that's happening. Like 30 seconds, it like resets her memory, and we're all sitting there like, okay. And then, so that started. She had a pretty bad time that night. It got pretty intense for her. She spent a lot of times in like the bathroom. So we just kind of like, okay, we're just gonna like, you know, hang out and just make sure everybody's okay. So my other friend Kelsey, she's the one that actually stood by the bathroom and was like making sure they were okay. And then me and my other friend Patrick are just kind of off to the side like, "Hey, if you need us to do anything, we'll do stuff." And it's like, "Can you go get water?" I'm like, "Okay." "Can you go get the trash can in case she pukes?" I'm like, "Okay." So we're just off to the side, just kind of like, I don't know what to, yeah. And then my other friend that took the double dose, he just went to sleep, and I guess he was okay. So yeah, that was a fun night though, because I stayed there until like about midnight, then I left. But like, man, that was yeah. So yeah, but I put on Meat Canyon as they were beginning to trip. That might have been a little bit too much. Yeah. Nerds rope edible, yeah. Yeah. And it's just like they did not enjoy it. It was not fun. And they were like, that is shit that is even a thing, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's a story. Meat Canyon. You certainly have a lot of wild stories. I really don't. That's like the most wild story I've had in a while, and that's like something that all my wild stories are stuff that doesn't happen to me because I don't do shit. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't take drugs. I'm boring. All I do is sit in front of a camera and talk about anime characters fighting other anime characters for a living. So yeah, you have some chats. Yeah, let's look at some super chats. And I read super chats occasionally. That's something else I tend to do. All right, what do we got here? Supers. Yeah, how long have we been streaming for? Like an hour and 11 minutes. Okay, so we've been going for like a while. I would not like it if, yeah, you just had that already. Let's see here. Do you think Luffy did what Shanks did when he was underwater and everyone heard his voice? Well, he used hockey. I mean, he used like the voice of all things, which is like connected to hockey. All right. Like the voice of all things is supposed to, I think, be implied to be like the highest level of like observation that you could really do. So I'm just going to go with it with that. New One Punch Man videos soon. I feel like the Murata comic is ending soon. It's going to be ending. So after it ends, whenever that'll be, whenever the last chapter is, I'll just, I'll talk about it then. Yeah. Do you think Kuzan could be a double agent? I answered that one already. Any new guesses on what Uranus is? Giant spaceship that nukes things from orbit. That was always kind of like my theory. And until we kind of see what Pluton is definitively, that'll still be my theory. If Pluton is like some other kind of being, then I'll probably change what Uranus is. But for right now, I just want to go with like a spaceship. So if I'm understanding you correctly, you won't continue to stream your playthrough of all Yu-Gi-Oh games until next year. No, that's not what I said. I tried to stream Legulus of the Rose and it wouldn't work. So it like technical difficulties. So I'll try it again whenever I get around to it. I'll try to do it before we get into October, I guess. And if it keeps crashing, then I'm gonna have to figure out. I'm gonna have to get my internet guy in here, and we're gonna have to check out some problems and see what's going on with this, because that's the best I can do. Is being a YouTuber a full-time job? Yeah, well, for me it is. Yeah. Also, I enjoyed your Bleach Captain videos. I've actually ordered Aizen's Zanpakuto. Can't wait to put it on my wall. Sweet. That's actually, I own Aizen's, but it's a wooden sword. It's not like an actual katana. But yeah, YouTube is, my full-time job. I've been doing it since I quit Dollar Tree, which would have been like pretty much the start of 2019. So for the last 3 years almost, I've been doing YouTube as a full-time job. Even before then, though, I was making way more money off of this than doing Dollar Tree. I was just kind of hanging around Dollar Tree because it's just the place I went. I like the people I worked with. It was a lot of fun. And then everybody left. Everybody quit. The manager quit and everybody else quit. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm done here. But I probably could have, like, if you're talking like YouTube as like my main source of income, probably since 2016, 2017, probably like that. Put Carrot back on your wall. Don't give up her. Also, all the Robin ships that are not worth Jinbei or fan headcanon, they are the parents of the crew. They are the parents of the crew. They really are. So I guess Jinbei and Robin, there you are. But I think Robin in Law was pretty cute. I did have Carrot up here. I replaced her with Uta because Film Red is coming out. I'll probably put Carrot back up at some point. I loved it when you were super hype on Carrot, but you haven't mentioned her due to her lack of screen time. Well, yeah, I mean, like, back in Totland, she was all over the place, and I even said multiple times, like, depending on how Carrot is utilized in Wano, that will determine on if she's going to join the crew or not. You know, if she does a lot of shit in Wano, and if she's palling around with the crew, and if she's hanging out with everybody, and she's still part of then she'll probably join. But she didn't do that. That's not the direction Oda took, and Carrot didn't really do a lot in Wano. I mean, yeah, she fought against Perospero. That was like her one moment where she had that. But other than that, she really kind of wasn't hanging out with the Straw Hats as much. She just wasn't. So I'm just like, okay, she's probably not going to join then. And that's just what it is, man. But yeah, I would have preferred if she did, but you don't always get what you want. Are you planning on doing more Chainsaw Man content? Yeah, now that it's back, let it get traction a little bit. Julian over at X-Forts has been doing some amazing content with that, so go check out his reviews of Chainsaw Man, where he does like the reviews of Chainsaw Man like pretty much as soon as they come out. Longtime fan, I love the content at the moment. Keep it up. Thank you. What do we got over here? I was rewatching Skypiea when I saw Eneru's Amaru form. I started to think, what if that's part of Alogia's awakening? Yeah, I would say Eneru, like, if Eneru was partly awakened, I don't think that would be too unbelievable. Started watching One Piece because of your channel, and I finally made it to Whole Cake Island. I can't wait to see Wano Country and be caught up with the series. The Atomic Carrot, good luck to you. You're almost there. You're in the home stretch. When will you continue your stream on Yu-Gi-Oh games? I already mentioned that. A good idea for Geography is Everything is just to get a small table and a globe, put it on the center of your room since everything revolves around geography. That would be cool. And I've thought, actually yesterday, I was even thinking about buying like a really fancy globe. We had a globe growing up in my parents' house that was like on like a wooden stand, and like you could actually like move the globe around. It was really cool. I was thinking about getting something like that, but like, I don't know. I have a lot of little small globes in my house. As you can imagine, Geography is Everything. I have a globe in my living room. I have a globe in my bedroom. I have a room that is pretty much like these two giant maps. One map of the world and then one map of the United States just on this wall of this room. So I feel like it's kind of overkill at this point if I get like an actual giant globe. You know what I mean? But maybe at some point I will. And I have a bigger house now, and I can, I have more storage space and everything, but still I got to be careful of like buying stuff. I don't want my house to be too cluttered. I have this thing where I want my house to have like empty space. You know what I mean? Like upstairs, I have this bookshelf where my TV is, and there's these 8 shelves that the guy before me actually built. He built like this TV entertainment center that has these 8 big shelves, okay? One of them is for my Dungeons and Dragons books. There's another one that has like all the D&D like supplemental material and like the box sets and everything. And then there's one that has like cookbooks in it. Then there's another one that has board games. then there's like 2 that actually have board games. But my point is there's 2 shelves that have nothing on them. And I like the fact there's nothing. I have these 2 empty shelves upstairs because it's like now I like having empty space so I can use them for whatever I needed them to. I just like the idea of having that. In a perfect world, I would have a house that had 5 extra rooms that were I would just keep empty so I could use them for whatever. You know what I mean? Yes. So there's probably something wrong with me, but there we go. Do you like the flag of South Korea? I do. Do you like the flag of North Korea? I mean, the flag's not bad, but the country is horrible, you know? Yeah. Briggs said on Rand Cafe that you got recognized a ton at Anime Expo. How did you find meeting everyone? Okay, so I'm just saying this as like a factual thing. I'm not like humble bragging or anything because it really was kind of overwhelming for me. But out of all of us, we're walking around as a group, like me, Briggs, Spooky, Rustage, Stargirl was there, Camsteady was there, Noble was there a little bit, but he kind of hung out like with like Ashley a lot, so like he wasn't always with us. But out of all of us, I got recognized the most, and I blew my fucking mind, and it was probably like 30 or 40 times I got fucking recognized. And we would just be walking through the halls, and someone would be like, "Tagging!" And I'm like, "Ah!" And taking pictures. Hotels, walking outside the convention. It happened a lot. And I was very happy and humbled by it, but it was like, you know, it was like everybody else is here too. Spooky's here. Rustage is here. Rustage got recognized a lot too. But like, I'm just sitting there like, oh, why me? Why am I the one that gets recognized like 30 times? Oh, my right eye is like, oh, it's getting red again. I don't know. I have a thing where every now and then my right eye, like right here, will get super itchy. And never my left eye, always my right eye. I don't know why. That's a thing. Probably a medical condition. I probably should see a doctor. Did you go to Little Tokyo? No, I did not. There was a lot of stuff I didn't get to do while in LA, but I want to go back. Maybe next year we'll do it like an every year thing. I don't know. It was a lot of fun. YouTube always reminds, it tells us like, this is a good time to put an ad in this stream. I'm like, all right, fuck it. Here's an ad. There's an ad for you. If you have ad block, you didn't see it. But if you don't have ad block, you're watching an ad for like, I don't know, Red Lobster right now or something. Ooh, Red Lobster would be good tonight. I kind of want seafood. I'm going to make that shrimp tonight, I think. Yeah, shrimp in like a honey marinade. It's really good. I'm going to do that. And like soy sauce, honey, and then something else. And like raw shrimp. It was pretty good. I have ad block. LOL. Why? That ad was unnecessary. Let's see here. More super chats. Did you know France's flag used to be a straight-up white flag? It represented Bourbon monarchy. No, I didn't know that, but I've heard of the Bourbons, yeah. No wonder you have a reputation for surrender. Yeah, there you go, because it's like a white flag. There was also a flag, Libya's flag. I've always thought was interesting because it used to be just a green flag, like literally just a green rectangle was Libya's flag. That was it. They changed it so it actually has like a thing on it now. But back then, yeah, back when I was a kid growing up and I had a book of like flags, it was just green, which I thought was like, wow, that's a statement, you know? Yeah, I think it was Libya. Pretty sure it was Libya. Yeah. Is that a crush you're drinking? No, this is a boobly. This is a bubbly boobly. This is a new flavor. This is Bellini Bliss Bubbly. It's pretty good. I've gotten in. I don't like carbonated like beverages usually, so I don't drink a lot of soda like at all. Like unless like I'm at a restaurant and they have it or whatever. I'm really thirsty, but I'll usually just do with a bubbly. It's good. Holy Roman Empire flag. That's a pretty cool one. A Vatican City also has kind of a cool flag. Just because it's like a shade of yellow you don't really get to see. You should do a new Bon Clay video, or what Straw Hat would be, what Pokemon. Yeah, like what Straw Hat would have a Pokemon. I've thought about that every now and then. There's a lot of other people that have made those videos, though, so I feel like I couldn't really add much to it. Might I suggest the Swiss flag? Now we're just getting back into all the flag discussions. Let's see. Do we have to go to Lodestar? It feels pointless. I mean, yes and no. I kind of just want to see what the end of the Grand Line looks like. You know, what the natural end point of the log. We've been following the damn log pose for 20 years. Like, I just want to see where the fucking end of it is. You know what I mean? Do you think there will be an orange admiral? I don't think we're going to get any more new admirals in the story, but maybe we might see a vice admiral might has the name, because vice admirals also sometimes have that code name too, like Peach Rabbit, Brown Pig, and now Black Horse we got. So we might see like orange, because orange in Japanese is just orangey, okay? So it might be orangey elephant or something. I don't know. Got a push-up bra and Tekking support boobs. I support the boobs, sure. Like honestly, from like a perspective of like, you know, make sure to get a mammogram, check for breast cancer. You know, October's coming up, which I believe is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Save the boobs, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. When are you gonna get a real job? It's like, well, yeah, the YouTube, man. You know, like, look, being a YouTuber, it's one of those things where like I'm very aware that this is a strange job and that someday it might go away. And if that happens, I will have to get a regular 9-to-5 job. I don't know what it'll be. It'll probably be like something working in a news station, because that's what I did my internship as. I'd probably just edit at a news station. It's pretty whatever. You know, remember the news station around here? It's like a quiet little dark room. You go in, you spend 8 hours editing, and then you leave. It's like, whatever. It's like, okay, I could do that. Tekking is actually still wearing the jacket. Of course I am. I love the jacket. A lot of people have asked me, like, where can I get the jacket? I bought this jacket from somebody at Techo. I don't remember the name of the business, and I don't think he gave me a business card. I had to go. I keep all my business cards that I get from conventions. I have to go back through all of them, but I wouldn't, even if I found the card, I probably wouldn't know it's the place I bought this, because I had so many. But he was a really nice guy, and they had this jacket with the Pirate King on it, but they also had one for JoJo's. They had a purple jacket for JoJo's that had like the menacing katakana on the back of it, like menacing, you know. So I thought about getting that one too, but they had a One Piece one, so I had to get that one. And I love how it says a Grand Line Treasure Hunters on it. Like, that's really cool. Also, people have mentioned it's basically just a Buccaneers, the flag, the Las Vegas Buccaneers. No, the Raiders. Sorry, fucking not the Buccaneers, the fucking Raiders. Sorry, but it's like the Raiders colors with like the black and white, or like the black and silver kind of. But I love this jacket. Great jacket. And they had a small. That was a great thing. I wasn't going to buy this at first, because on the rack all they had was mediums and larges, and the medium like went down to like this, and I'm just like, all right, I can't wear that. But so I go over, I went over to the guy just to ask, like, maybe if like, it's like he had a small, and he's like, do you have a small? And he's like, yeah, we do. And I'm like, oh my God, thank you. And I tried it on, and it's like, you know how hard it is? Short people will feel me on this. Do you know how hard it is for me to find a jacket or a hoodie that actually fits me? It is not easy, okay? Because, you know, like the other day, one of my friends was like, hey, I'm on vacation. I want to get you a shirt. What's your size? And I'd be like, well, that's the thing. Like, I've had small t-shirts that are too tight on me, that are the perfect size, and then are way too big on me. It depends on what they mean by small, and it depends who makes them. You know what I mean? So even if I say, get me a small, it still might not fit me, you know? So I usually go medium, I guess, because medium is like, all right, it's either going to be the perfect size or it's going to be too big. At least it won't be too small. You know what I mean? Can relate. I can't relate. He's like, I can't relate, Tekking. I'm 6 foot tall, and I know exactly what my size is. I'm like, well, good for you, buddy. Good for you. But yeah, I got a hoodie at Anime Expo that's really cool. It's upstairs, and that's like it's like right on the verge of being too small on me, but it's like just the right size. I don't think I'm gonna grow anymore. I'm like 5'5.5". I don't think I'm gonna get any taller. So there's I think I'll be set. What's your height? 5'5.5". We saw a movie last night. I went to see The Black Phone with Ethan Hawke, and I thought it was pretty good as like a horror movie goes. Takes place in the 70s. It's just that there was like a supernatural kind of element to it, which I felt like you could probably do that whole movie without a supernatural element, and it would have been fine. But it was pretty good. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I'm 6'2". I wear medium or large depending on the brand. Yeah, I mean, like, it's just easier for people like that, you know. And a lot of times, like, I can't even buy jeans in, like, the normal adult section. I have to go to, like, the young adult, like, teenage section in a department store to buy jeans that actually fucking fit me. You know what I mean? Like that's not it's whatever. And they're always edgy jeans because it's like the jeans like so they have like rips in them and stuff. Like I don't want to dress like it's 2008. I don't want to do that. Like just give me some regular jeans, please. What are your thoughts on the 4 gods mentioned in Nolan's flashbacks: sun, forest, rain, and earth? Well, we have a sun god, and we probably have a moon god, and we have a forest god, and we have a rain god. So I think it's going places. Yeah. Oda doesn't really focus on gods too much up until now when we're starting to get the references to Nika. So that might be the direction he takes it now. Jeans are the worst. See, I love jeans. I don't know. Are you saying like shopping for jeans are the worst or like just jeans in general? Like you fucking hate jeans. Get them out of there. I love jeans. I love wearing jeans more than shorts. I hate the summer because I have to wear shorts. I don't think I look good in shorts. I just think I look like a dork wearing shorts. You know, maybe they're just, hold on, take off the jacket, like this is okay, but I just like jeans. I think I look cooler in jeans, you know? Pants in general, yeah. The jacket. Oh, I hate skinny jeans. No, I can't wear skinny jeans. Like, I can physically wear skinny jeans, but I just don't like the way they feel. Jeans are terrible no matter what. Then don't wear cargo shorts. But I have to wear cargo shorts because I need pockets. I like that about cargo shorts because I have an excessive amount of pockets. But I don't like the way they look on me is the problem. So it's like a double-edged sword kind of thing, where it's like I have pocket for my phone, pocket for my keys, pocket for my wallet, another pocket for what have you. They're very convenient. But, yeah. Have you undertaken any deep dives in any particular philosophy? Freedom and why varies from philosophy to philosophy. Not freedom, but I have a book upstairs. There's a series of books by DK Publishing, and you can look them up. They do a bunch of books. I'll just go grab them. Fuck it. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay. So these are the books. Let's go crazy, Zay. So these are the books by DK Publishing. They're the science book, the religions book, the philosophy book. So you can kind of get that impression. Did the stream crash? No, we're still going. You guys are you're just effing for no reason. But there's other ones. I have the history book and I have the mythology book as well. But they make a bunch, okay? And so it's really handy because I was going to say, no, wait, hold on. Wait, did we crash? Everything is... No, you guys are messing with me. You guys are messing with me. You're like, let's play a prank on the teacher while he's gone. And I was just like, yeah. We almost got him. We good. No. We actually, when we were in elementary school, we tried that once. We got back to our classroom before the teacher did, like from lunch. And so somebody in the classroom was like, hey, everybody, let's turn off the lights and then let's all hide in the room. So the teacher comes back and he's in the room and there's nobody in there. And then he'll be like, where did all the kids go, right? So we did that. We actually, this one guy, I can't remember who it was, but there was like one kid in our class that kind of like managed to convince like 20 of us to all hide. And so the classroom wasn't really that big, but we managed to like hide in like, there was like a closet where we kept our like jackets and our backpacks, and we all kind of like hid in there. And then we're like hiding like under chairs and under desks and shit. But I remember there was one kid, there was one goody two-shoes, I can't remember who it was. There was one kid that was like, I don't want to hide. No, I'm going to be a good student, and I'm not going to play this stupid game. And so there's this one kid that he was the only one. Everybody, I hid underneath, like, I think I hid underneath, like, the rack where we kept, like, the backpacks or something. Like there was like a thing, like a little crawl space you kind of hide under. So I did that. And so the teacher came back and he walked into the classroom and it was like dark in there. And there was just one kid sitting there and he's just like, you know, what are you all doing? Like he kind of like knew right away. He wasn't like convinced that we were somewhere else. He was just like, what are you all doing? And he like turned on the lights and we all jumped out and just like, he didn't fall for it. So it wasn't fun. But yeah, I remember that. Anyway, so these are really cool books. And they don't obviously give you everything. They're basically just like, hey, if you want to know about all the different kinds of philosophies that are really popular in the world and like through history and like Socrates and shit, this is the book that kind of give you like a starting, like, you know, starting gun or whatever. So it doesn't go into the whole detail, but it's like, okay, let's read about like, I don't know. And it's based off of a timeline. So this is like a chapter on God foresees our free thoughts and actions. And so we go into that a little bit and see what that's all about. What is the soul and how is it distinct from the body? And it gives us like an idea of when this like was a very popular sort of philosophy or philosophical movement during a certain period of the earth. You know, and so obviously like Socrates, it starts with him, you know, and it moves out throughout the whole thing. And here's some Immanuel Kant kind of shit here. William James. Yeah, there's some Nietzsche. You got to have Nietzsche in a philosophy book and shit. So, you know, it's like, it gives you like a pretty abridged understanding about how everything works. I haven't really read a lot of the philosophy book yet. I've been reading a lot of the religions book, though. I was actually reading a lot about Buddhism, Islam, Hinduism, and it gives you like just a basic, like, once again, like not a lot of, like, here's, what's a good example of this? Like, what is it? Hinduism. Okay. So like, okay, here's an example of a chapter. So like, here's Hinduism from 1700 BC. Okay. So then it's like, okay, here's a timeline of major events throughout the history of Hinduism, like major political, religious movements, anything that might have changed in the culture. There you go. And then it's like, okay, you know, through sacrifice, we maintain the order of the universe, and that's like a rational world. And it gives you like little, you know, visual aids and stuff. Here's some examples of prayer. Here's Vishnu. Oh, that's Shiva. Here's an example of Shiva. You know what I mean? And so it's just like, here's like another example of like, just different things. I'm not going to go into the whole. I'm not going to teach Hinduism to you because I really don't know much about it. But you know what I mean? Like that's what these books are about, and I like them because if you just want to learn the basics of something and you don't want to sit down and read like a 400-page book about like the history of like Mongolia or something, it's just like the history book upstairs is like, here's the most important shit with Mongolia. You could go more into it with this, but this is like gives you a stepping off point. Yeah, I would identify as an atheist. I would, but I'm still very fascinated by all religions. And it was because of my fascination with religions and mythology that kind of made me an atheist to begin with. So I'm still like into that. Yeah. Do they do Norse? Actually, there's a list of all of them. And I don't own all of them, but I kind of want to. It's sort of like I want to collect them all kind of thing. I don't know if they're in these books, but there's like a whole list of like, buy our other books too. Yeah, so like here's like all the other ones. So we have the art book, astronomy, the Bible book, business, classical music, crime, economics, feminism, history, literature, movie, mythology, philosophy, politics, psychology, religion, science, the Shakespeare book. I really want to get that one. They don't have that one at the bookstore I live next to, but I want to get the Shakespeare book. Sherlock Holmes book, I'll get that one too, and then the sociology book. So that's kind of all the ones they have. So if you can find these, whatever topic you're interested in, because I'm done with school. I didn't go to get a degree in business or something. I didn't need a degree in philosophy or anything like that. But I'm still like really interested in that kind of stuff. I should have gotten, at least my major was in communications, digital media, like journalism. I should have taken a minor in like history or something, but I never did. And by the time I thought about it, I was already like almost graduating, so there'd be no point. And I have no desire to go back to college again. I paid off all my college debt. I got all that shit taken care of. I got my bachelor's degree. I don't want to go back to college again, all right? I did it once. It was fine. It took a while to get through. I started college in 2011. I did not graduate. I did not get my actual bachelor degree in my hand until January of 2018. All right, it took 7 years almost. So I have no desire to go back. Are me and Ethan Hawke friends? Oh yeah, we hang out every other Thursday. We have a good drink together, yeah. That is so fair, honestly. Yeah, I would say so. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to be like, hey, I paid off all my college debt. You know how rare that is as somebody living in this country? Like, you know, I have friends that graduated college like 10 years ago, and they still have thousands and thousands of dollars of college debt that they're still paying off, okay? You know, and my debt was like mitigated to the point where it's like, okay, managed to get a lot of scholarships and a lot of help along the way and stuff. So it was still like a few $1,000s, but it wasn't nearly as bad as like I know of people that have college debt that like 50, 60, even like $100,000 more, depending on which college you went to. You know what I mean? But thankfully, because of YouTube, I was able to pay all that off before I even graduated. And yeah, that was good. What if Buggy steals Pluton? I mean, he would save the world because he's Buggy. American things. Yeah, that's another thing, too. Like, Americans in your college that you have to pay for with an arm and a leg. I just love the logic of, like, okay, you've just graduated high school, so probably you're going to be, like, 18 years old at most, okay? And it's like, okay, you probably, like, what are you doing at age 18? You might have a shitty part-time job at, like, a convenience store or a McDonald's. You might own, like, a shitbox car that can barely, like, it's just, like, you know, 30 years old and it has, like, over 200,000 miles on it. Like, that's, like, best-case scenario, really. I didn't even own my own car when I graduated. I didn't have a job when I graduated high school, right? So it's like, okay, now we're going to make you take out tens of thousands of dollars of student loans so you have the privilege of continuing your education. It's like, that makes sense, right? That makes perfect sense. Let's do that. Yeah. Because if anybody would have the ability to pay back a loan of tens of thousands of dollars, it would be a student that just graduated high school and works for minimum wage at a McDonald's. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Oh God! But now we're getting into a whole other. I don't have the economics books, so I have to buy the economics book to really understand that one. Yeah. And you know what the honest answer is for a lot of people, and my dad even told me this when I was in high school. He said, you know what? If you don't want to go to college, don't feel like you have to go to college. If you want to go to a trade school or something. Now, I ended up going to college because I did want to go to college. I wanted to go to college. I wanted to learn about stuff. I wanted to learn about, like, whatever, like, you know, communications, video, and all that kind of shit. So that's why I went. But, like, if you are in high school and you do not want, you know, if you're in high school and you don't think that, like, college is right for you, you don't want to learn about math or anything like that, you want to just do something like my friend Phil, who went to go be a carpenter. He went to a trade school throughout high school, and then he's a drywaller now, and that's just what he does. If you want to go do something like that, go do something like that. Don't be ashamed to be like, I didn't get a college education. No, if it's not something you're into, then don't. Because if you're just going to college just because people want you to go and you're not interested in learning anything or doing anything like that, then it's just going to be a massive money suck. So, yeah, at least if you live in America. If you live in another nation, if you live in Europe, you should be fine. But if you live in America, this is a problem. Tekking101's getting kind of political here, so I'm going to kind of back off a little bit. I think I'm going to end it. I'm really hungry. I'm going to go make a sandwich and then maybe make that shrimp tonight. I guess this was a good stream. I mean, we didn't crash. We crashed a little at the beginning, but whatever. I have the good settings. So now I will try. Now, this is good. This is fine. Everything I've done up until this point is fine, right? Like, you can see me. You can hear me. Everything's good. I'm going to use these exact same settings next time, and we will see if it's different, because I have a feeling I'm going to do these exact same settings next time, and it's going to lag like nuts. I have a feeling. Okay. But anyway, yeah. When's the next fan mail stream? I have a lot of fan mail over here. This is the last day of July, right? So August, it should be, I'll try to aim for August 3rd. Oh, wait, no, that's the day I'm doing the thing with Briggs. I'll try to do it this week sometime. Maybe this week. If not, maybe next week. We'll figure it out. Anyway, super chats. Well, I've gone through a lot of super chats. They're all now down to the flags. So they're just all like, check out this flag, check out this flag, check out this flag. But let me see here. Let's see. If Buggy or Shanks will have a moment in which she sees... I read that one already. The Naruto thing. Tekking has mastered the jacket fruit. Oh, here's the sex robots. We were almost okay with the sex robots. And now here they are. No, I don't want to delete. I wanted to ban it. There we go. No more sex robots. Okay. Let's see. Will Carrot join if she eats the Yuki Yuki no Mi? I mean, if she ate the Yuki Yuki no Mi, sure, but she hasn't, so... Do you think Kenan Bariki Benahime Aratame can you use the Shikai abilities on a bigger scale? Probably. Let's see. Voice of all things. Let's see. Yeah, and then we're just getting into the flag ones. So I think I got most of the super chats. Okay, check membership messages. So that's the thing. I don't think membership messages are saved. Hold on, let me check. Or they might mean a separate area. Oh, there they are. There they are. Wait, no, they're not. They're not here. I got to look into that. I'm sorry. Because that is weird that membership messages are not saved. There's a membership tab, but it doesn't actually tell me what the live chat is saying, which is weird. I got to look into that. Anyway, I think I'm going to get going, though. We've been about an hour and 42 minutes. That's pretty good. Finish up my laundry, eat. Yeah, and then tomorrow I will make a video. Tomorrow will be a video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. This will be Tekking, signing out. Go check out these books. They're pretty good. I have a jacket. Later, everyone. Signing out.